Hello there folks, and thanks for joining me once again. And today's I'm going to tell you a fly that I got out of an old pattern book of mine out of my collection called the Universal Fly Tying Guide. I don't know, you may have this book. And it's simply called the rubber legs. And as you can see, it's similar to other patterns such as the Pat's rubber legs and the girdle bug. And I guess you could say it's a searching pattern slash attractor slash stonefly net pattern. Versatile fly. And also could be good for smallmouth bass as well and other fish. So it's a little bit different. So I thought I'd tie this one up for you this time around. So we'll get this guy a device, a fresh hook in, and we'll get started. Now the hook I'm using is a Mustad 9672. Tying it on a size 6 here, 4x long. And I've already got 12 turns of .20 lead wire on there for the weight, and you want that centered in the hook pretty well. So we'll get started here, and for thread I'm using a little heavier thread. It's Danville monocord thread, 3/0 in black. So we'll get our thread started in front of the lead here and build a little dam up here. Jump on top, wrap back towards the back of the lead, then we'll start to build another dam. I'll snip off my waist in there first. Okay, so we're going to build that up behind the lead, jump back on top, go forward once again, build the dam up in front of the lead. Then we'll go back and forth a couple times on this guy here, and we'll stop to just about in front of the barb there. Okay, now the first step is to put our legs in the back, and I should mention the original pattern calls for just plain black rubber hackle, but I switched it up a little, and I'm using this material here called flexy floss. I just find it has a little bit better action and a sheen to it, but if you don't have it, just use the original black rubber hackle. So we're going to make a little loop here, and I'm going to tie this in this way, just form a loop, tie it on top there, just like so, and we'll wrap back a little ways on that, just like so, then forward to right behind the lead, like so. And I'll snip that off, and I'll put some real good tight wraps in there to secure that down well. Alrighty, so next what we're going to do is we want to come up to a little past halfway on the body, and then we're going to attach 3 separate legs on here. So the first one, I'll place that right on top of the shank and just do some crisscross wraps, just like so, right on top. And don't worry about the legs, don't have to be, they can be going, doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It's the pattern in the book. It's supposed to be an ugly bug, so okay, that one's in there snug, so we'll move forward. Attach another set of legs. There's the first set in there. Okay, do the same thing, crisscross wrap on the top. Just like so, just make sure you keep it on the top is all. Alright, there's, no, that one slipped on me there, I'll back that up. Start that over again, folks. This stuff is a little slippery until you get a good grip on it there. So we'll start this guy over. Alrighty, we'll catch him in good this time. There we go. Okay, nice snug wraps there. Alright, there's our next set of legs. Now, a little bit forward, and we want one more set of legs in there. So we'll tie that in the same way, right on top. Do some crisscross wraps there. Tighten down nice and tight, snug it down, and we'll move our thread to right behind the eye. And as you can see, folks, I made a little bit of a mistake there. Didn't have enough coffee this morning, So I gotta work my thread back and attach the body. Can't have the fly without the body. Sorry about that, folks. So we have just some black regular large size chenille here. And I got some of the thread core showing there. We're going to tie that in. Nice and snug right on top here. Wrap it forward. Now, we'll go back through here, work back to where we want the thread to be. There we go. Just an easy fix, just a little bit of, okay, a little bit of a malfunction. Okay, so now we'll start to wrap our chenille. Get our first wrap right in front of our tail here. 2 wraps, and each time a couple wraps, I snug it down nice and tight. And you want to fiddle with these legs, you have to move them out of your way as you go. Now I want to get that wrap right behind the first set of legs, nice and tight. And the best way you can is you just want to go right in front of the legs with the next wrap, nice and tight against the legs. Now we'll move forward. Right snug against the next set of legs there, like so. Then we're going to make another wrap right in front of them once again here, just like so. And you can adjust these legs after you get going here. Now we'll finish this guy off here. Come up, one more wrap, tie him off, just like so, come around. Snug it down tight. And I'm going to wrap back so that's locked in there good before I trim. Alrighty. Come in and snip that off. Alright, just like so, there we go. Looks kind of wild right now, but that's the way it's supposed to look. And I'll trim the legs and tail and that once we're done the fly. Okay, I'm going to trim the tail on the back here. I'm just going to cut that loop. There we go. Now, just to get one more step, we'll fold another piece of the flexi floss here and tie in front for the antenna. Just going to tie that in with a pinch loop here once I get a hold of it. There we are. And wrap back on that nice and tight, forward and back. Snug it down real good. And we'll trim those end pieces. Alrighty. There we go. So before I do any more trimming, I'm going to do a whip finish on this guy. Just making sure I get everything locked down there good. Looks good from here. Alright, adjust the legs a little bit here. Okay, it looks pretty good. Like I say, it's not supposed to be perfect, so bring the whip finisher in. We'll do a 4 or 5 turn whip on this guy. Okay. There we go. Seat the knot, snug it down nice and tight there. Come in and trim. Okay, and then I'll cut the loop for the antennas there. And there we have the essential flies done. Just got to trim everything up even here, so I'll get my scissors here and trim those up. I'll cut the tail a little bit shorter. And the antenna is about the same as the tail, like so. Then I'm just going to take all the legs, pull them up like this, not really tight, just get them up like this, and then trim across to even. See if that's where I want them. And that looks pretty good right there. That one there's got a little piece hanging off them. And there's the bug. Wild looking critter, but I can see it being a fish catcher for sure. And it's not that difficult of a tie. The hardest part is getting the chenille around the legs, working it around the legs and that. It's not that bad at all. And I thought you might like to see this critter tied up this time around, so I'll see if I can get zoomed in here a little bit for you. There we go. So anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial this time around, and I would definitely tie a few of these wild-looking critters up and throw them in the box. And you could tie them in an array of different colors as well, I suppose, for smallmouth bass and whatnot. Blacks and browns would be good for trout, and olive colors. So, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you'd like to see more videos, hit that good old subscribe button there, and a like too if you wish. And the bell so you're notified when I put new videos up. And until next time, happy tying out there. I'll see you all again soon, and so long for now, folks.